Summer wind came blowing in from across the sea. It lingered there to touch her hair. Walk with me. All summer long we sang a song and strolled the golden sand. Two sweethearts and the summer wind. Like painted. Here we go. Max Wolf Knights here. Jimmy Animations in Wolverine Berries. Nitro ABD, the Soldier, Team Moo, Isaac, Cora Nightmare, Erwin Elf is back with us. Willie Plays. Excuse me, back again. Jose Pedro Meloneto, Theo Diamond Dog, PC Gamers, Root the Unknown, Johnny Bravocado is back in. Oh, it's Free for All Friday. Boy, I almost screwed up big time, you guys. Again, I'm sure a lot of you have had similar things going on if your schedule's been disrupted by the whole pandemic and everything, where you just get, holy shit, we got thunder that's actually shaking the house right now.
In all fairness, it doesn't take much.
I don't know. This is a pretty big ass house. What the fuck? Wow. That's a good one. So if we just abruptly end this stream, this might be one we can't blame on Susan. Well, no, we could blame the weather on Susan.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, fuck her. Yeah, it's still her fault. Holy shit. I completely forgot what I was talking about. I was leading into something, I'm sure, really deep and important, and then that rumble of thunder came, and I was like, holy crap. Did all the pops survive? That's good. Nobody got killed by the thunder? Other than Asuna, she just lays down all the time. Asuna lays down all the time. Guide using wooden lightning jutsu. Yeah, Will. Holy shit. Lick says, hello, humans. I have cake and rum, and I don't want to die for a change. Reasonable. Kendi Senpai, Phoenix says, excuse me, I'm sorry, guys. BTG says, can't hang around because dinner. Oh, I'm hungry, too, today. Well, I'm always hungry. I'm a fat man, but I'm particularly hungry today, BTG. We got a notification. Wow. Minecraft after as well, alas. Testing out the mod pack for that thing. Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah, we'll see if Minecraft might be making a comeback around here. Well, if nothing else, eventually in the gaming streams, I want to get to I want to do another hardcore round of Minecraft because I still feel gypped by how that last one ended. Oh, God damn it, what was it? Oh, that's what I'm starting to tell you guys. I was setting up my schedule for today, and I was debating, well, do I throw in some GTA 5? Or do we do more of the Little Nightmares? And I was thinking that right through the morning, and then it's like, no, fuck, it's fucking Friday. I can't keep my days straight because of this stupid pandemic shutting things down. We ain't missing Free for All Friday. Is the tree fixed yet? Well, I cut it all down, Jamie. It's got, I mean, obviously, I trimmed it all from around the fence. Now I've still got all the branches and everything in the backyard. So I've got to make time to go back out again. Brax comes out and helps me. And cut it down into smaller pieces, and then out beyond the other side of that fence in the very back of our property, we have a brushy area anyway, so I'll just get rid of it over in there, but it's going to take a while. I got to make time to do it. But yeah, I got it all down from around there. And then with the tree, because I actually recorded that a day or two ago and then forgot I had it on my phone. The really weird part was now where the tree broke, it was really thick, obviously. I mean, that's a monster of a tree. Zeno says, did you ever watch SAO except the No, I haven't watched SAO yet. I'd really like to see it just because I like those characters, but I haven't watched it yet. So anyway, the tree comes up and then it splits off three ways. This is one of the three areas that split. So I got it cut down on my property. The tree's actually on the neighbor's property, but not their fault it fell. So I went over, and now I wanted to cut down what was still left hanging because I wasn't sure how strong it was. And their kids play out there and stuff. I didn't want to take any chance of that falling on them. So I'm cutting away the final piece where it's right where it broke off right at the tree. And as I'm cutting, something hot hit me right like in the upper chest neck area. I'm like, what the fuck was that? And so I stop what I'm doing and I look. Come to find out, it had to be when that tree was just a sapling. Who knows how old that thing is? Could be any number of years. When it was first growing, must be it was having trouble growing straight. So they put some rebar around what had to be the early part of the tree. Then now, of course, the tree grew. The rebar was engulfed by the tree. My chainsaw goes right into the rebar, kicks one of the teeth right off my chainsaw, and got me right in the neck. All it did was burn me. Could have been a lot worse. What are the odds of that? I have to cut down a tree that has rebar in it. Just have a bonfire. Also hit the boys with Lifer. Yeah, we're gonna have to hold off on the hit the boys because it's a lot more cumbersome now. we're entirely different parts of the room now. I'll be doing too much getting up, going back and forth here. What the hell are you doing? Spaz Kid's bringing out the controller. That means the game is getting serious over there. Tattoo Smiley says kids these days have laptops, tablets, and smartphones. Dude, when I was a kid, I only had one thing to play with. It's called my dad's penis. Oh, you set me up with that one too, Tattoo, because I thought that was gonna end with it was called my penis. It was that one extra word in there changes it a lot. Is who working yet? Spaz Kid Gaming with Zaku. He works at his college. He's an RA there. He's got to go back to school because it looks like they're modifying it, but they are gonna have their semester, and he has to go back to school early to get started all the training and everything again. Barry says, I told my mom a joke and she said, I don't get it. My rebuttal, I know you don't. You haven't gotten in years. LOL, sex joke. Yeah, Andrew. So now Curtis has a lot of wood in his backyard. At least there's some wood around here somewhere. Sam says, I'm wondering if I should continue One Piece. I'm a little bored right now. I'm on Skypiea. Should I continue? Sam, I've never gotten bored with One Piece. So obviously, I mean, if you're asking me and where I'm at right now, well, today, the episode I watched today, I'm getting some episodes ahead because, as I mentioned to the Goose Crew, my wife and I later in July are going to be gone for a couple of days, so I have to try and build up episodes so I can keep everything flowing while we're gone. And the episode I watched today, that's a classic. I got as jacked up in adrenaline rush watching that episode as I have any. Chrome says, "Well, just get the boy to come to you to hit him time. He puts in some effort. Yeah, get over here and take your beating, boy." Mm-hmm. Philip Monger says, "I can say with full confidence that Spaz sure tried to kill you with a tree." I think you're right, Monger. I think there's no doubt. I think Spaz Chair's bony little grip on us will never be entirely gone. He exists in some sort of realm in some way or another. There's no question that scumbag pushed that tree over. And that tree, okay, it's hard to describe how my house is set up. Where I'm sitting right now, okay, if I were to look just off to the left, that's right where the tree fell down. This is that corner of the house. So you could make the case that he was hoping that the tree would actually get me. Because if it had been longer, this is exactly the angle it fell. So, yeah, it's definitely him or Susan or both. Zeno says, wouldn't life be so much easier if people created a VR MMORPG just like SAO or Gun Gale Online? I have been on the topic and it's confusing me a lot. Well, right now there are so many things that could hopefully make life less confusing that we can certainly add that to the list. Some damn soul winners woke me up from a nice nap. I was so pissed. Soul winners, Johnny? Chrome said, so the number of G100s go down this month, or are we still at the ridiculous? Oh no, we're right there again, Chrome. As a matter of fact, there will probably I got to do some final figures. As you see, I've already started. I've gotten an early start on the G100s this month, but it's probably in the next day or two. I'll probably have to put up a post saying that we're full for the month. Now it stays right around that 30 mark, and as of last month, it went substantially. I don't know what we ended with, 33 or 34. No, I haven't seen Steins Gate yet, Andrew. Haven't seen that one yet. Michael says, "You escaped death. Take that, God." Oh, Adolf Hitler says, "Hi, my lord." That's pretty. You've reached a certain level when Hitler's willing to acquiesce to you. Yeah, I like that. Is he? I'm not even sure. No, he's game. Yeah, I can't tell who that is. Lude says, how many episodes will OP exactly will be ahead? I don't know exactly what I have to sit down and figure it out. I've got to have 3 days worth because we're there for 2 days, and the third day is a travel day. And plus, on that third day, as soon as I get back home, I got to shoot down because our baseball league is starting. I got a ball game that night. So I don't know exactly how many it'll be. Probably at least five, maybe 6 ahead at least. He changed vids. Okay, I didn't even catch that back there. Yeah. The Pirate season is a go. It'll be interesting to see how this all unfolds. One of the few things, athletically, I think the most exceptional thing I've ever been able to do athletically is throw. I've always had an extremely powerful throwing arm. It's how I got scouted playing baseball all those years ago and everything. I just got an email from our manager. My one concern is I've been doing a lot of working out, trying to get my arm back in pitching shape. The arm and shoulder in shape. Got some really good movement on the ball. Got some speed back on it. But it looks like they want to stick with. I guess they've had guys in past years that have been pitching for them, and it looks like they want to stick with that rotation, which is fine with me. I want to play ball, but they also went winless last year and gave up a lot of runs. So, yeah, I don't want to say too much, but I could get frustrated. 30 G100s were paying better than your pension. Yeah, pretty much, Barry's. pretty much, yeah. Yeah, my well, I can't say sad state pension. It's a good pension. Watched your recent MHA reaction. True thoughts? These questions, I gotta admit, these questions always confuse me. I mean, I give you guys my true thoughts all during the video. That's why it's a reaction video. I get questions like that sometimes. Can you give me your thoughts on this video that you just watched? But it's like I don't have anything extra to add. I don't know what more you want me to give you as a thought on it other than what I spoke through the whole thing. True thoughts makes it seem like what I'm saying during the video is the stuff I'm making up. And now let's talk about the true thought. I don't know what to tell you. Oh, did it? Jonathan says when you said fuck off train, that was timed perfectly because the train just blew its horn where I'm at. You can play Ark? The hell is Ark? True thoughts, different from true facts, Chrome says. I have no idea what Ark is, Adolf. No idea. Oh, Mayor Jenny, Flame Enforcer. Are the people of Seattle really going to reelect that crazy bitch? Will they? After all this? I mean, after she allowed them to set up their little chop chaz thing there and people were getting killed in that. I mean, wasn't one of the kids that got killed like 14, 15 years old who got shot down in there? And, oh, yeah, shit. Mayor Jenny's a hero. Jamie says, the train gave Golden some of the metal to create the rebar that he put in the tree to kill you. I wouldn't doubt that. Jill says, how many nuts a day is healthy? Trying to cut down. I think it all depends, too, on individuals. But if you're young, Sajil, I say push the limits. I don't think you can get it to where it's unhealthy. If you get it to where it's starting to get unhealthy, you'll just fall asleep and take a nap first anyway and regen. Strikes was watching. Oh, MHA. Then he switched vids and now he's back to MHA. Have a switch taken away. Yeah, see, now where I'm watching in my monitor, I can see it somewhat. It's whited out pretty harshly on his screen. Zeno says the train, the chair, Susan and tree. What next? Who knows? Jesus Christ. And we have no luck with trees. And the thing of it is that there was no way to predict that happening. It's a perfectly live vibrant tree. You know, if a tree is dead or dying, obviously the chances of the branches falling off increase dramatically. But that tree is fine. And then just randomly that happened. And then a couple of years ago, same thing happened on the other side of the house and came down right across our cars. So yes, I do believe that the trees are clearly somehow in cahoots with the train. Too much of a coincidence. Best girl in Konosuba? I don't know. Everybody leans towards Megumin, and I think Megumin is absolutely adorable. But she's not waifu or best girl material for me. Probably I can't remember her name. Probably for me, actually, the not bartender. Well, kind of bartender. The girl they go to for the missions and stuff like that. And I believe she was bartender as well, or something along those lines. I can't remember her name, but I liked her. Mr. Smithers says, "Can I have a promotion?" Release the hounds. The tree got assassinated. It did, Will. It was so, like I say, it was so weird. There's no reason to believe there would be any type of an issue with that. And as far as we know, there were no lightning strikes. The wind wasn't that. It was a breezy overnight, but nothing along those lines. That should expect that. Chrome says, took them an hour to shut down the Chaz. I see that. Also, Chaz's security pistol whipped the 14-year-old and said, not dead yet, want more, or something along those lines. Scumbags will get away with it. Yeah, they will. Yeah, and it's all thanks to Mayor Jenny. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, she's just as responsible for those murders as the people who pulled the trigger, because she allowed it all to take place. You knew that was going to devolve into some sort of violence, and she didn't care. So, yeah, I believe Mayor Jenny's just as much to blame as anybody else. Yeah, and the Chaz group had said all along, once they started building their own little Chaz military, that they would not give this ground back. This was their blah, blah, blah. The cops walked through Chaz, said, okay, everybody out. Took them about an hour, and they all just left. Talked a really big game, but yeah, not surprisingly, we're pussies when it came down to it. It's Zeke says it's obviously Kazuma. Yeah, and Flame Enforcer said too, she only mobilized the police after the rioters invaded her property. I mean, anything's possible in Seattle, Portland, those cities, but how the hell do you reelect somebody that is just that much of an abysmal failure? Let's see. John says, I went back and saw you reacted one of Penguin's. Yeah, can they critical infomercial parodies and saw you didn't react to another one. Trust me, you need to. Yeah. No, we're not going to be reacting to more of his videos here. And yes, he is hilarious. He's one of my favorite YouTubers. I think he's absolutely hilarious. Jamie says, don't forget Nemesis Spectrum. Yeah, aka Time Warner. I'm not who Jamie. I don't know if I should actually say this or not. If you guys believe in jinxing something, I'm about to. Because you guys know all the trials and tribulations I had with Time Warner and then Spectrum when they took over. And if I'm being honest, I haven't had much of any issues with Spectrum lately. The signal has been extremely strong. Haven't had a lot of downtime with it. Okay, so get ready because the stream's about to explode. It's going to go away because I said that. Zeno says the tree gave you superpowers like the spider from Spider-Man or All Might from MHA. I wish. Oh, man, if it would have given me good powers or a good quirk or something. What the hell I got on my shirt there? That looks disgusting, whatever it is. Oh, that's right. Our giant dinosaur dog, she's right in here. You can't see her. She's unconscious on the floor. She knows that I'm the only one that, well, she can do it to Spaz Kid too, but I'm the only one that she can jump up on. She'll put her paws up. She's almost as tall as me when she wants attention and stuff like that, because she knows everybody else, she'll knock them over. And she's actually pretty smart and pretty considerate about things like that. So she was up on me earlier. It caught me completely by surprise, almost put me on my ass. So I was just standing there, and she decided she needed attention. She was like, oh, and she'd just gotten through drinking water. So yes, I do remember brushing off a lot of slime on me earlier. Chrome says, so Curtis, how long do you think until Epstein's girlfriend is suicided? They're considering sending her to the same prison they did Epstein. Of course they were. They have a system in place there, Chrome. Of course they're going to send her there. They know they can get everything to work the right way. No fuss, no muss. You're in a couple days, they cut you down from the noose, and everybody goes on about their business. Yeah, somebody, I don't remember who I was reading. Somebody posted a tweet saying something along the lines of, I can't think of her name, but Epstein's girlfriend dies of coronavirus next week. My money is on tomorrow because symbolism, Jamie says. Chrome says, really hope the businesses are successful in the lawsuit against Mayor Jenny. Me too. They should be. I said it prior to anybody dying there, right when that was set up. And she said, oh, they're just enjoying the summer of love. I said right at that point, because you could see where it's obviously going to really go badly, that she should be responsible for anybody that's hurt, killed, raped while they're in there. And I stand by it. I think she should face criminal charges now. That's her job, not to allow part of her city to be commandeered by terrorists, and she didn't do it. So I personally think she should be held. Don't you guys agree or no? I think she should be held legally responsible for that. Please don't ignore Sire, Adolf. Don't ignore Sire. It was 1972, the summer of love. Yeah, Poppy. I was alive for those hippie summers of love. Fuck off, train. Yeah, the train is really picking up in intensity here lately as well. Yeah, it all seems to be spelling out a very, very obvious conspiracy. Zeno says Gucci gang, more like Gucci gang, indeed. John says, have you heard of the Twitch streamer called Wreckful? No, I didn't. Who committed suicide because his entire chat was bullying him and telling him to KYS? No, I didn't. Oh, that's too bad. No, I didn't hear anything about that, John. That's a shame. No, I hadn't. Excuse me. King Exception said I would let Rias Gremory stomp on my firstborn. Oh, Rias. God damn. Oh, and Akino. And but I'll tell you, in that series, as much as I love those two, I think it's still Ross Visa for me. Woof. Well, I'm glad you popped in, Eli. Says, can't stand for long, just popping and say hi. I'm glad you came in for a little bit while you could. They broke up Chopped in Seattle. Their stupidity is unreal. Yeah, we were talking about that, Zombie Wolf. It took the cops all like an hour to send them all packing when they said they wouldn't give up that ground no matter what. They would defend it to the death. Okay. Maya says, and yeah, Reckful was pretty open about having mental problems, and the social media shit seemed to get to him. Yikes. Yeah, I gotta say, excuse me, that's awful. But my advice to be with anybody, if anybody is honestly struggling with those type of inner demons, or just struggles with dealing with the effects of online bullying or what you see online, or allow the things you see online to affect you deeply and personally, it's better not to go into the YouTube or the Twitch realm as a host, because it's going to happen. That's the nature of the internet. You're going to get that kind of shit. It particularly nowadays, it's definitely not for the faint of heart, and it shouldn't be for people who are sensitive to those types of things, to what other people have to say about them. Lute says, I find it strange Ross Visa managed to climb to the number one spot. Well, number one in DXD. I always found her bland looks compared to Rias, and personality compared to Akino. See, not me. Her innate thickness is just absolute brilliance as far as I'm concerned. Yes, I think Akino still has the best attitude. I love her freaky nature. But Ross Weiss is a bit of a freak as well. Barry says, Streamlag, damn Jinx and Kershaw Comcast. I know that that had to jinx it. Me saying anything positive about Time Warner / Spectrum would have to create an instant jinx. Would have to. Chris, you see CNN article saying hydroxychloroquine is a life-saving drug? No, that can't be. CNN couldn't have taken a total reversal like that, could they? No, they spent all their time battling against it. I mean, hydroxychloroquine seems to the eventual fallout of it was almost like a draw, whereas they never came up with any concrete proof that it was helping and no concrete proof that it was hurting. I mean, oh yes, people took hydroxychloroquine, some of them had cardiac issues. We knew that beforehand. The drug's been around forever. We knew that's the side effect of it. So it came out to like a net zero, it seemed. Now I know a lot of people have been pushing, and Trump just bought basically the world supply of, what is it, remdesivir, I believe it's pronounced, but I hadn't heard anything about hydroxychloroquine in CNN. Hey Curtis, how you doing today, man? I'm doing good, Arcane Mystic, very good. Adolf's butt is burning. Oh my, yikes. Little Nightmares is fun, Mr. Smithers. Yeah, the first round was, I knew I'd like that just from what you guys had described to me, and with it being so similar in nature to Inside, because Inside, I had a lot of fun with that. Yeah, Little Nightmares is going to be a blast. I just got to decide whether, I think we'll probably do another round of that for the next gaming stream. Then I'll fit in a GTA 5 episode. Shoot up that hydroxychloroquine, folks. It cures everything, Johnny says. Yeah, I can't imagine CNN posting a positive about it. CNN is the worst platform for any news, right behind Fox News, just for waiting for any reactions. Unfortunately, brother, all the mainstream upper end or more popular media sites, that's what it's all about, clicks now. They're not concerned, and even not even so much as fake news, but they're just not even interested in telling all sides of any story anymore. They're just interested in telling the sides that fits their individual narratives. That's all there is to it. Zeno says, I kind of feel like the only way to cure COVID-19 is to sleep. More likely that 500,000 people has passed away is such a shame to hear. Well, and the thing is too, I was just reading an article now, they believe, well, they know this, that it morphed again, and it looks like the morphing hasn't been a lot of what has led to these increased numbers, because apparently what it's morphed to now has made it even more easily transmissible, but fortunately not any more deadly. The symptoms aren't any stronger, but this new morphing has made it even more transmissible, which helps to explain why all of a sudden it's blown up in so many places. Wolverine says, why is Brax watching porn on screen? Well, listen, there's never a need for a reason to watch porn. Porn just is, and it's so magical. There's no, you don't need a reason to watch porn. Jamie says, Susan censored me calling Jenny a terrorist. It's not a surprise, Jamie, that Susan would be closely aligned with Mayor Jenny. That I think they're very similar in outlook on life. But yeah, I don't see how Mayor Jenny isn't held legally responsible for what went on in there. Andrew says, when you get far in GTA 5, you'll have a lot of heavy shooting to do. We'll get to see Curtis's marksmanship at play. Oh boy. That's okay. My marksmanship sucks, but I like spraying and playing. I just like firing those bullets and getting them out there. So yeah, I'm game. Adolf Hitler's diarrhea just got worse. Well, that sucks. Wow, I can't believe those damn colonialist military men came in and appropriated poor Chaz's cardboard garden and shit tent. I know, Lex. and again, it was funny too how they had been talking so much shit about how this was now their autonomous zone, their land, and they would fight to maintain it and keep it. And it's like, no, you didn't. You just walked out like you were told to do, like a bunch of the little bitches that you are. Michael says, hey, Curtis, your voice reminds me of Mad Mario. That's okay. I'm cool with that. Zeno says, I don't want to get tested. I feel like that is how people get COVID-19. That is a theory I have in my head. Nah, no, the testing won't do anything to you, Zeno. I mean, you either have it or you don't, but the testing now it's uncomfortable from what they say and from what I've seen. I read up on it. I haven't been tested myself yet. But nah, the testing won't give it to you. But it can just, the thing of it is, you see a lot more people with COVID-19 because obviously testing is being done so much more throughout the country. But yeah, they have proven that this is another new strain, and this strain seems to be even more transmissible. Brother, he says, do you think that although symptoms of COVID have eased down, it's all right for people to go back to daily life, or do you think it's too soon and we should wait for less cases? No, see, what I believe is, along with anything we've learned as far as medicinally trying to take care of COVID, they've learned a lot more about how it works. So I think we are in a spot where we can open up safely if everybody does the things they need to do and they're supposed to do. Because now that they have a better understanding, and this is, coming right from the CDC and the doctors and the epidemiologists, they don't believe that there's a lot of transmission of COVID-19 that goes person to object to person. They think it's direct, and it's directly through obviously the droplets that are either airborne or transmitted when you go with actual personal contact. So if you do keep things distant, and more than anything else, everybody's aware of their surroundings and aware of how this disease does transmit, and takes all the precautions necessary, covering your face, whatever you need to do to keep those droplets from getting out there. I think, yes, we can go back to opening things up and do it safely. Zeno says, who knows? Close contact means anything right now, even testing. Right, but testing sites are places that are aware of just what we're talking about, Zeno, where they know exactly how. We're getting a strong handle on knowing how this virus is transmitted. So if everybody were to do the right things, then yeah, I think you're in a place where you can start. You have restaurants and they're at half capacity, and there's reasonable distance between tables, and wait staff are aware of, and everybody else is aware of the constant need to be washing your hands, staying clean, because you can't stop touching your face. You're never going to be able to do that. So it's better to just get into the habit of remembering to wash your hands. If you don't have it accessible, using some hand sanitizer all the time, and yeah, we could get back to things more normal. Barry says, lag fix must have had to throw money at the problem, just like a pregnant stripper. Curtis, CNN posted the hydroxychloroquine article 36 minutes ago. Let me look at that. That's just fascinating to me, because Douglas, it's like, I would have bet money against that. Let me take a look on them ever saying anything good about hydroxychloroquine. Let's see if I can find it. Florida senior voters tracking COVID-19. I don't see it, but where's their? Let me check their search and see if I can see it. That would be interesting to me. Hydroxychloroquine. Study. Well, basically it says study finds hydroxychloroquine may have boosted survival, but other researchers have doubts. So basically, though it sounds more like, again, they're reporting what they have to report when it comes to successes with it, and always trying to give it that. But some other people have said maybe not. They find a surprising new study found help patients better survive in the hospital. Team at Henry Ford Health System in Southeast Michigan said Thursday the study of 20 hospitalized patients gave those were much less likely to die. Oh, that's good to know. Dr. Marcus Zervos, 13% who got the drug, or accrued mortality. Well, you're right though. It absolutely had to gall them to have to write that article saying that there is some success with hydroxychloroquine, because again, the news media has set themselves. Everybody's taking sides. It's CNN versus the president, and that's just the way. Fox is the same way. Everybody reports the portion of a news story that aligns with their particular ideology. Even that one with CNN, they don't just headline it. That major study out of Michigan says that hydroxychloroquine may have helped people to survive. They say hydroxychloroquine may have helped people to survive, but some others have doubts. And that's a perfect example of the nature. Some others have doubts isn't really part of the story. You can find somebody that will doubt anything. You got plenty of people out there that doubt that the world is a sphere and believe that it's flat. So you can find somebody that will doubt anything. Chris Chris, you need to watch Baki and Hajime no Ippo. I'm hoping to at some point, Chow. Hajime no Ippo came in right behind Bleach in the last poll we had, so I'm thinking it's got a really good chance of winning one really soon. And this storm is getting really close. Oh man, I've got the curtains drawn, but even through the drawn curtains, I can see how black the sky is. Holy crap! Let's see. I put a sticky note that says COVID-19 on it and beat it up. Mr. Smithers says. The one study that was a large collective of studies that everyone weighted that Manners says it didn't help was debunked. It was proven that basically every study proved it helped. Well, I've heard a lot of that. Whoa. It's frightening because we, as a society, we don't know what to believe. Because again, all the news media, the major news media, are going to just tell you the bits and pieces that fit their narrative. That's how CNN does it, MSNBC does it, Fox News does it. That's how they all do it. You don't know. That call must be at least 70% isopropyl. Yeah. Yep. Chris, what's your favorite anime that you've watched so far? I don't. Probably my top tier list is Hunter x Hunter, One Piece, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, and there are some others that are coming. I'll tell you one that is being sponsored over at the Goosh right now that I think is going to have a really elite spot for me by the time it's all said and done is Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid 2. I connected with those characters right away, especially Miss Kobayashi. It is, isn't it? Yeah, that's right. Spaz Kid watched that one. He loves it too.
I was yelling at you to watch.
Yeah, I do remember that. Spaz Kid was pushing that one for a long time. And Miss Kobayashi, she's such a, it's so easy to empathize with her. She's such a sad character. You look at her life and she's just, she's just going through the motions. She's got this mundane job and she's just got nothing to be excited about. And then you have Toru and her life. And then, it's just, I love those characters. It's so good. So good. I've only seen clips of Gintama, Will. And I do remember back when we could do the reaction video streams, that's where I saw the clips. I do remember being really impressed by how Gintama seemed to so effortlessly blend the dramatic and the comedic. Who's here? Bylove says, who here has heard of an animal called the gypsy moth caterpillar? Gypsy moth caterpillar. I don't know if I've heard of that one or not, Bylove. It doesn't sound familiar to me. Got a lot of caterpillars around here where I live, though. Maya says, thoughts on China finally showing their totalitarian intentions for Hong Kong. Hong Kong. They apparently wrote into law that they can arrest pretty much any foreigner in Hong Kong for basically BS reasons. They terrified all the freedom fighters in Hong Kong, Maj. Yeah. They've sent them right back into hiding because, once you get arrested and sent to China, it ain't going to be a good time. If you survive, it's going to be a survival you don't want. So I'm all for it. Our government has already started the process of condemning them, taking actions against them. And yeah, absolutely, you have to. China's getting right the fuck out of control. After, just months after inflicting a killer pandemic on the world, they're still cool with putting a group of people under their thumb violently like this as well, oppressing them. China just thinks they're above and beyond anything right now. Zeno says, there any animes that had girls on the cover and you clicked on it and started watching and said, this should be fun? Well, see, the thing is for me, Zeno, I'm very fortunate that all the anime I've watched have come through recommendations either here or over at the Goosh. And I think that's why I've been fortunate to every anime I've seen I've enjoyed. Some more than others, some rank higher than others, but I've enjoyed every one. But that's why I've got the advantage of not having to try and figure out for myself what I think I'll like. I've gotten to know all you guys. You guys have gotten to know me. We know each other's likes, and you guys base your recommendations on that. So I'm way ahead of the game when it comes like that. Would I consider trying Skyrim? Again, guys, I've watched Spaz Kid do an entire playthrough of Skyrim. I love the Skyrim series, but right now we have games going that we're doing it. It's not a consider trying this or trying that. We're playing Little Nightmares right now. I'm throwing in GTA 5 with it. We've been playing that all along. When Little Nightmares is done, I still got to finish Resident Evil 2. There's no room for anything else to be played on the channel right now. Jamie says the world is a soccer ball. God enjoys kicking us to his end goal. It seems that way, doesn't it, Jamie? Yeah, it certainly doesn't. It seems like he's got a hell of a foot on him too. What's your favorite jutsu in Naruto? Oh, I don't know, Sandra. Again, when you go into favorites and stuff like that, especially with something like jutsus, and it's been so long since I watched Naruto, I'd have to go back through and remember them all before I could even begin to that's why whenever I want to compile a list of favorites, I come here and we do it in a stream, because I know you guys will remind me of all the things I've forgotten. Brother E says, why are we regressing as a society? Violence seems more acceptable today. People deem it normal for people to use guns as a way to lash out their emotions. Racism and fascist ideas are resurfacing. Well, I think racism and fascist ideas have always been with us. But the problem we're getting now, too, is people don't stick to the actual definitions of racism and fascism. A lot of times now, you're racist if you just simply have a difference of opinion with someone. You're fascist if you have a different political perspective. So those words have come to mean almost nothing in today's society. Zeno says 6 animes I watched gets addicting. It's entirely addicting. And I'm really, I am so glad. I could never have any more of appreciation for anything than I have for you guys getting me involved in anime. Yeah, Achilles, people have brought that up to me before, that that Yu Yu was a direct predecessor of Hunter x Hunter, and Yu Yu was great. Hunter x Hunter to me is among the absolute elite, though. Unknown says, I love you, Curtis. You have such a contagious, hysterical laugh. Well, thanks. I appreciate that. I really wish I could meet you in real life, though. And also, please watch Mom Hates Mother's Day whenever you get some time. I think we did that one, Unknown. I'm trying to remember back Brandon's videos. I think we did it. Just do a YouTube search. Do Spaz Voice Comedy, Mom Hates Mother's Day. I think it'll come up. I'm pretty sure we did that one. But thank you. I appreciate that. Have a blast playing Manhunt, super violent neo-noir masterpiece. Yeah, like I say, Michael, there's a lot of anime out there yet to watch. A lot of games out there that you guys have suggested that sound good. Now it's just a matter of getting through the ones we're on now and setting up what's coming up in the future. Fate series I haven't seen yet. Seasick Viking. That when we have the nomination threads and polls for new series, it always gets support. Just hasn't gotten enough to get over the top yet, but the Fate series is always mentioned. All my life I've seen 20 anime. I'd have to recount mine again, Andrew, because even the list that I give you guys on all the videos over at the YouTube channel, so people can keep up with what we're doing at the Goose, even that list isn't complete. I know I've got some more to add to it, especially with all the sponsor series we've had recently over at the Goose, you know, with the that people are bringing to us. Yeah, I've got to update that list. I don't know what my total number is now. It's got to be pretty good though. I'm proud of it. Lots of series are weirdly connected. Chrome says Hunter x Hunter and Sailor Moon's creators are married. Did I know that? I don't think I knew that one. One Piece and Toriko's creators both had the same pedophile sensei teaching them. No joke, everything is connected. Wow. A lot of the time, I agree with you, Lix. There's a lot of cases of that. Lix says it's more like people who claim to fight racism and fascism are in fact more racist and fascist than those they claim to fight. That's true an inordinate amount of the time. That's why I said, Lix, it's those words really don't have a meaning anymore as far as I'm concerned, because they get misused all the time. That people don't either just willingly, because it doesn't fit their narrative, they willingly dismiss what the words actually mean, or they don't know what they actually mean. Golden #1. Yes, he is, Douglas, in his own mind anyway. Mr. Smithers, One Punch Man was great. I can't. Season 2 will be coming up at the Goose sometime in the future, because if nothing else, I'll be putting it at the $1 level eventually. It's not coming up next. But yes, season 1 was fantastic. Will says, do you know at the end of the Naruto manga, the Straw Hat Pirate's Jolly Roger is painted on Hokage face? Really? That's kind of cool. Man, I'm telling you guys, that episode, just talking about One Piece, made me think of it. That episode today that I watched of One Piece, whew, God damn, that was so good. Oh, man. Brother E says, Curtis, did you see the video from the other day where Rand Paul is just bitching about how Fauci is addressing COVID and Dr. Fauci tells him just shut the fuck up? That was a funny dispute. No, I didn't see that one. Rand Paul's out there. He's and I don't even mean necessarily politically. I mean, he's he's different. He's definitely different is the best way to put it. Would be nice if Gintama soon. You're pretty much far into One Piece, Chrome says. So coming up after Bleach would be good. Gintama parodies a lot of mid-2000s classic anime. You'll get the jokes now. It'll be interesting to see, Chrome, how it goes, in our because the next poll obviously be after Bleach, and now we just skipped a big hunk more of filler. So it'll be it'll be into the fall, I believe. We'll be finishing it. I'll be real anxious to see what you guys come up with for the series that follows that. I'm real anxious to see what you think. Idi Amin says, "Dear Papa Curtis, we have once again attacked Papa Jonathan's by sending our Nico Robin clones to learn them outside before running them over with a steamroller. Fuck you, Papa Jonathan's." Well, thank you, Idi Amin. Thank you for the update. I heard one time that COVID had turned into a bacteria, but it's more likely not true. Well, it's Jonathan, the latest on it. I was talking about it earlier. I just read this article. It's mutated again, but the mutation has made it more easily transmissible, but very fortunately not any more potent. That's what they were afraid of, is that it was going to mutate and get stronger. But so far, the mutation has just made it more transmissible, which again kind of backs up the pockets of activity with it we're seeing here. Excuse me. Chrome says we'll be finished with Bleach at the very end of October, somewhere around the 20th. Okay, so yeah, late fall. That's what I figured it had to be in the fall sometime. I'm real anxious to see what you guys come up with. And now it's worked out well too with having the two longer series going, because again, the G100 crew over at the Goose has been so generous with us, having so many series going, that having those two long ones isn't really that big a deal, because there's always something new and different to watch, just because of all the sponsor series we got. But again, and they've all been so good too. That, man, I mean, one right after the Toradora, the start of that has been really good. Everything over there, all the series have been fun. Let's see. I wouldn't doubt if a bacteria was hosting the virus in some cases. I don't know, you guys. I just hope that these mutations don't undo all the positives that the drug companies, the epidemiologists have seen with the vaccines that are in process right now. They all have, across the board, they're all really hopeful. They seem to have high hopes, thinking that they can get a vaccine that's going to have a large level of efficacy against the disease. But if it keeps mutating, that's what I wonder about. Is that going to set them back again? Scourge says, though we only saw the plushy Vegeta on Spaz Kid's desk, staring at Curtis in the background, little did we know the soul of Spaz Chair had transferred itself into the small object, plotting his eventual revenge. That's a nice plot twist, Scourge. I like that. And you've also made me really uncomfortable now. I'm going to go, I got to go look into that Vegeta's eyes a lot more closely after the stream is over. Yeah, I'm with you, Ivan. Yeah, COVID-19 can get the fuck out of here because I'm sick of its drama. I'm with you completely. Bob Jones says, thoughts on the Shane Dawson backlash? Bob, I can't really comment to it. I don't know a lot about it. Never was a big fan of Shane Dawson's. Just, not to belittle the guy or anything, just some people click with some people and others don't. I just never really clicked with him and his content. I just never a fan. So I know there's been some issues. I know he said some, well, I shouldn't say I know this, because I don't like saying I know something if it's been through the grapevine. I don't have enough interest in him that I researched it, but through the grapevine I had heard rumors that he had said some stuff that was basically borderline defending pedophilia. If that's the case, he can go fuck himself. If that's true, then yes, I have absolutely no use for him. Yeah, Chrome. The one pop that just will not step, I'm going to have to come up with a whole different design to do it, is Asuna. Right there next to Kirito. She just refuses to stand up. I don't know why. All these different pops I have there, with a different weight distribution and everything, I've been able to get them all to work except for Asuna. I'll figure it out at some point. The pedo jokes are coming back to bite him. Well, was it jokes, Bob? Is because, and again, I don't know. I'm asking because what I had heard through the grapevine, again, this is not substantiated, was that he came out in a video actually kind of defending them, and that's a major problem. You can get a little plastic stand for the foot. Yeah, some of them Chrome, but some of the earlier ones you can't even get the stands for. But I am going to order some of those stands. Some of them have them. I got to look. You know what? That you say that now, Chrome. I didn't check on Asuna if she has one or not. If she has the hole, she has the spot for the stand. I'll check because I'm going to order some. You got to be able to get them through Amazon or something, right?
Yeah, you can.
You can. Spezkid said, "Yeah, I'm going to order a bunch of them. That way I can get rid of that Velcro I'm using to make some of the ones that can't stand up." But I did notice some of them don't have a spot for the stands. Zeno says, I feel like more people are watching Spezkid play. I'll have to try and redesign the camera, get some more of the focus over there so we can have a dual content stream going. Shit, I just thought. Oh, there it was. Smokey Loki said maybe she just likes being on all fours. Wink, wink. Yeah, she's got. I mean, what the hell? Kirito's standing right there. Well, sometimes Kirito it doesn't pick up on the signals too quick. Oh, Bob Jones says he asked a 6-year-old to twerk for him. No, is that true? Yeah, that'd be a real fucking problem. Yeah, it's not. That would be a problem. Edie Mean says, I got good news back in my homeland, Isle of Man. We have a 0 rate of people catching COVID-19. We've even opened an air bridge with Guernsey, Channel Island, UK. Chrome says, pretty much going to keep sponsoring for a long time. Have a few series ideas if we ever finish Cardcaptor Sakura. That's been fun too, Chrome. That's been a surprise for me. We got 70 episodes, so who knows? Still deciding what to do with filler. Yeah, shit. That's so cute. I mean, those characters in that show are just they're adorable. I mean, they really are. It's just fun watching it. There's videos of it. Yikes. Yeah, see, I don't follow him at all, Bob. Never cared for him. Who knows? Maybe I had an instinct about him because I never liked Shane. Never followed him. Let's see. Code Geass, yeah, Code Geass was good, Rowan. Good to see you again. Yeah, I enjoyed Code Geass a lot. That was very good. The 6-year-old twerking thing is an even worse part, in my opinion, Dark Slifer says. Also, Spazkid going to get you demonetized with the guns. Yeah, right. I didn't think of that, Lifer. Yeah. Give him another. Susan will find some reason anyway, Lifer. Johnny says, Ryuji, am I saying that right? From Toradora is a really good kid. Really good kid without he takes care of his mom. Made respect him. Fuck deadbeat dads. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Yes, I agree. It took me a second to put together, Johnny. Yes, he is, and I like his mom too. So there's that. Zeno says, "How do you feel like Boris Johnson's dad breaking COVID rules by taking a trip?" Oh, I didn't hear about that one. Did he, Zeno? Old Boris seems to be able to get himself into. He seems a lot like Trump. He can create some serious piles of shit for himself to bathe in. Hit him with a chair press, Daddy. Bob Jones says, "I don't think we'll go that far." That's you know, if it was hit me with a chair, it'd be like, yeah, that's that's another day. But all right, guys. Well, I gotta go. What I'm gonna try and do. As I told you, I'm trying to get extra videos done during the day, so my days have been really extra full. But I'm trying to set some time aside this afternoon. I wanted to get another episode of Curtis and Anime up, so I've got a ton of work to do on it. I'm hoping maybe if I can't get it done today, hopefully it'll be done tomorrow. But guys, it's Free for All Friday. That's I mean, this is the height. This is what I wait all week for. I feel right now. I mean, as Free for All Friday live stream comes to a close, it's kind of like after you get done with just a really good round of sex, you know, you just got that satisfied feeling. I feel like I should smoke a cigarette with all you guys. Might as well get cancer together. I don't know what that means, but guys, thank you for the Free for All Friday stream. They're always the best, and as a reward, of course, you get the freshest, most energizing, most wonderful sticky stuff you'll ever imagine. It's Free for All Friday sticky stuff. Gather around, Gather around, my children. Well, this was fun. Bye, 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 goose, goose. It was fun, Zeno. Thank you. Gather around. I feel like a cult leader. Oh, the cult of goose. And instead of Kool-Aid, we'll sticky stuff. Yes, I'm putting it all together as we go. It's Free for All Friday sticky stuff. It's the best. It's the freshest. It's the sparkles. Here it is. Pumfu pumfu. Sticky stuff. Sticky stuff. Sticky stuff. Free for All Friday. Sticky stuff for everybody. The best sticky stuff of all. Enjoy it. Love it. Put a little away in a vial. Keep it for later in the week as a little bit of a pick-me-up because we'll bang. Okay, Flashly like Buggy. And as always, and most importantly, on Free for All Fridays, it's goosh, 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 goosh.